ज्ञानी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. Hare Krishna. So we are meeting after a gap of almost a week. There were two reasons for that. Mainly one reason that after many years I gave exam. मुझे याद नहीं मैंने लास्ट कब एग्जाम दिया था लेकिन आज एग्जाम दिया तो मुझे देख के बहुत अच्छा लगा. इनफैक्ट हमारे लाइफ में हमेशा एग्जाम होना चाहिए एंड वी शुड ऑलवेज बी कीन टू प्रिपेयर. और मैंने लास्ट भक्ति शास्त्री का एग्जाम दिया था वो शायद 2012 या 13 में था. उसके बाद आज भक्ति वैभव का पहला एग्जाम दिया. तो हमें प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए. वी शुड टेक इट सिंसियरली सीरियसली. और बहुत ही विशेष है श्रीमद् भागवतम. मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता. अभी भगवत गीता कंप्लीट करेंगे तो श्रीमद् भागवतम स्टार्ट करेंगे. बहुत ही रिलेशेबल है और कितना विशेष रूप से श्रीला व्यासदेव और सुखदेव गोस्वामी अपने जो भागवतम के रीडर्स हैं he is profusely blessing them. So that was one reason. And the second good news is that for the forthcoming yatra of Shri Jagannath Puri, today our Manohar Jagannath Prabhu and Devashish Prabhu were in Puri. So they have confirmed 8 rooms. In each room, 3 devotees can easily stay and 1 hall. So according to the confirmation of the booking, we can have at least 30 to 35 people. Abhi we are presently how many? Ravindra Madhusudan Prabhu, abhi kitne hain?
26 Prabhu. 26.
आकाश और उसकी मदर भी चलेंगे. वो चलेंगे, मैं उनसे बात करूंगा. So we can have still more. We can have some more devotees coming. Those who are interested or inclined to come. Manini Mataji.
कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
आप सुन रही हैं ना?
हाँ प्रभु जी. हाँ.
प्रीचिंग के लिए आप किसी को लेके आना चाहते हैं तो ले आइए. आपके तो पास ही है.
ठीक है प्रभु जी.
So today we will continue to discuss from the Vaiṣṇava Etiquette. We have held so far only one class, and in that class we discussed. Who remembers what we discussed? What is the most essential aspect of Vaiṣṇava Etiquette? तो वैष्णव सदाचार है, उसका सबसे मुख्य अंग क्या है? आप में से कितने लोगों ने उस क्लास को अटेंड किया था? How many of you attended that first session that we had? Most of you attended. So what was the first aspect that we discussed in Vaiṣṇava Etiquette? नहीं याद है.
Hare Krishna Prabhu sir.
Hare Krishna.
First we have discussed about the 5 aspects of bhakti.
No, that is true. उसमें एक aspect था वैष्णव सदाचार. हमने क्या क्या डिस्कस किया था? हमने डिस्कस किया था संगा, सिद्धांत, सेवा, सदाचार. तो सदाचार का सबसे मुख्य अंग क्या है? कहाँ से वैष्णव सदाचार बिगिन होता है? हाउ इट स्टार्ट्स? यस. तो वो नाम चेंज करो, दीक्षित नाम रखो. अच्छा, ये आपके लीगल नेम से कौन है? आपका तो दीक्षित नाम है. अच्छा, बोलिए. आप अपना नाम लगाइए ना.
प्रभु जी, offering obeisances.
उससे एक स्टेप पहले.
Being humble.
Yes, very good. आपका memory really sharp है. Really very good. The first thing of sadachar is try to change, because the conditioned soul by nature, by conditioned nature is not humble. So what we have to learn is to try to become humble. How? By behaving humbly. And then we discussed about, as you said, offering obeisances. Pranam offer karna. तो हमने दो एस्पेक्ट्स डिस्कस किए थे प्रणाम में, पांचांग प्रणाम और अष्टांग प्रणाम. याद है? तो उसके ऊपर थोड़ा और डिस्कशन करते हैं और then we will come to the next topic. Srila Prabhupada writes, the word danda means rod or pole. A rod or pole falls straight. Similarly, when a devotee offers obeisances to his superior, please very carefully hear. When a devotee offers obeisances to his superior with all 8 angas, parts of the body, he performs what is called dandavat. So this is how the term dandavat comes from the term danda. Danda means rod. And how does the rod fall? It falls flat. Sometimes we only speak of dandavat, but actually do not fall. In any case, dandavat means falling down like a rod before one's superior. This is reference from Madhya Lila 1.67. 1.67 is, anyone knows what is the title of this first chapter in Madhya Lila? It is the spiritual masters. So please remember, normally we should perform dandavat pranams to the spiritual master and all the sannyasis. We must perform, especially the men, not the matajis. In Hari Bhakti Vilas tells us to offer dandavat pranam, offer obeisances. Why it is called dandavat and how many angas are included? Here it is mentioned. With 8 angas. So the feet has to be fully flat. It has to be open with your feet, your knees, chest, hands, head, sight, mind and words. With your 2 feet, knees, chest, hands and head touching the ground. So both the feet, both the hands, knees and chest and the forehead, it should touch the ground. Then it is danda. If it is not touching the ground, then it is not dandavat. And with your eyes downcast and half open, recite a suitable prayer while meditating. Your head is under the Lord's lotus feet. So this is the complete process or offering obeisances or dandavat pranams, both to the deities, the spiritual master, and those who are in renounced order. We have heard so many times that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one of the prime reasons for him to take sannyas was that when those who are inimical, those who are not following Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if just merely they offered obeisances, they will advance spiritually. So every time we offer dandavat pranam, for sure, we will advance spiritually. We will become recipient of the blessings of both the Lord and his devotees. So this is Aṣṭāṅga-Pranām. And Aṣṭāṅga-Pranām is to be offered to the Supreme Lord in his deity form, and also to the spiritual master and all those who are in the order of sannyas. Then for others, what is the etiquette? To make Pañcāṅga-Pranām. Offer obeisances with 5 angas. So what are the 5 angas? Knees, because the legs are bent. It is not open like Aṣṭāṅga-Pranām, so it is not included. The feet is not included. But the knees are there, the arms and the head. Then intellect and words. Because the chest also does not touch the ground. So the feet is not touching, What is the difference? The feet is not touching the ground and the chest is not touching the ground. And here it is said intellect or mind, it is almost the same thing. And the hands also are not stretched. So 3 items are not used. One is the feet, the other is the hands and the chest. This is not touching the ground. The words and the intellect or the mind is the same. It is an offense to offer obeisances with only one hand. That we discussed last time also. That is with one hand extended in front of the head while other holds a bead bag or other sacred item of the floor. This normally happens. Most of the devotees do this. They will hold the bead bag in one hand and with one hand they will offer dandvat. That should not be done. Before offering obeisances, set down anything you are holding. Men may perform either type of pranam, but women traditionally perform only Pañcāṅga-Pranām, since their breast should not touch the earth. The Hari Bhakti Vilas, emphasizing the importance of pranam, states that whenever offering pranam, one should prostrate at least 4 times. एक बार प्रणाम नहीं करना चाहिए, हम में से कोई भी नहीं करता. One should prostrate का मतलब है पूरा दंडवत करना at least 4 times. तभी श्री रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी इतना प्रणाम करते थे. Specific injunctions regarding the directions to face when offering pranam in varying circumstances are minimal. The general rule is to point your head in the direction of the person you are respecting. In the temple where it is understood that Garuda stands opposite the deity, Shastra enjoin offering pranam with your left side facing the deity so that your feet are not in the direction of Garuda. So this is one reason. Many times there is curiosity. Everyone inquires from us, why do you offer obeisances from the left side? Why not straight? So this is one of the primary reasons, that because Garudaji is straight facing the deities. So if we offer pranam straight, then our feet will be facing Garudaji. So that should not happen. So that your feet are not in direction of Garuda. Or in any case, in the case of many ISKCON temples, Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is also there, just in front. Srila Prabhupada's deity is always in the front, facing the deities. And there is a specific reason for that. Many years back, I was told, we were setting up one center and the deities were there. And I had placed Prabhupada in the, one side of the room so that people can easily come and pay obeisances and there was space. So, but my senior came and he shifted. He said, no, this is wrong. He told me that Prabhupada should be directly facing the main deity, because the deities will be pleased to see Prabhupada. And whoever is offering obeisances to Prabhupada, it will give much more joy to deities. And Prabhupada also instructed, in his presence, Prabhupada instructed that his deity should be placed right in front of the main deity. So that is why you see in our Radha Parsarthi temple, we have Srila Prabhupada deity, which is right in front facing Shri Radha Parsarthi. So when you are setting up your own, altar, in your altar, although you have Srila Prabhupada in the same altar where you have the deities, but if you have a bigger setting, so you should place Srila Prabhupada in such a way that it is always facing the deities, the main deities. And because of that, we should always offer our obeisances from the left side. While offering obeisances first recite your own spiritual master's pranam. This is very important. Those who are initiated must follow this. When you offer obeisances, when you enter the temple, what you will do? Whom you will offer obeisances first? We discussed last time.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हाँ बोलिए।
पहले गरुड़ जी प्रणाम करेंगे, उसके
हाँ।
बाद जय विजय,
अच्छा, वेरी गुड।
उसके बाद जाके वैष्णवों को दंडवत प्रणाम,
यस, वेरी गुड।
देन श्रील प्रभुपाद।
No, then Gurudev. Very important. Don't do that. It is an offense then. You cannot connect with Prabhupada. How can we connect with Prabhupada? Do we have any connection with Prabhupada?
No Prabhu.
What connection do we have with Prabhupada? It is through the medium of his beloved disciples that we can establish connection with Prabhupada. Otherwise, there is no connection. It is only one is in a dreaming state. He is in illusion. So here it is being clearly said that one should first offer the pranam mantra of his own spiritual masters. Then Srila Prabhupada, if it is different. Initially it was same. Prabhupada was the spiritual master of all his followers. And then the pranam mantras for the deities present on the altar. Shastra says that one should enter the deity room in a humble mood. The point of humility comes. Slightly crouching and stepping inside with the right foot first. This is also one observation that we have to take care, that we should try to put our right foot first, not the left. Whenever entering the deity room to begin services, make some sound, either knocking, clapping the hands, or ringing a bell. Never ever enter just like you are entering your living room or your bedroom. Always knock. Knocking means that you are seeking permission. You are entering the inner chambers of the Supreme Lord. You cannot just barge in. You understand what is barge in? जबरदस्ती अंदर घुस नहीं सकते हम. So this etiquette must be followed. आपने देखा होगा devotees when they are entering, they will always knock on the door or they ring the bell. It is not necessary to make a sound each and every time you enter in the course of service. But in the beginning, this should be done. Okay. So far any questions or any clarification? This is about entering the deity room and offering pranams.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा।
जैसे कि हम प्रभुपाद के सामने जाते हैं तो दंडवत करने से पहले महाराज का प्रणाम मंत्र लेते हैं, फिर प्रभुपाद का प्रणाम मंत्र लेते हैं?
नहीं, जब आप प्रभुपाद जी के सामने दंडवत करते हैं तो आप पहले गुरु महाराज का प्रणाम मंत्र पूरा लीजिए और फिर प्रभुपाद जी का प्रणाम मंत्र लीजिए. प्रभुपाद जी का अटेंशन आपके ऊपर आएगा. जैसे ही आप गुरु महाराज का प्रणाम मंत्र लेंगे, प्रभुपाद जी का अटेंशन आपके ऊपर आएगा. और आप सीधे प्रभुपाद जी का प्रणाम मंत्र लेंगे तो अटेंशन कैसे आएगा? आएगा ही नहीं.
प्रभुपाद के सामने पहले गुरु महाराज का प्रणाम मंत्र लेते हैं.
हाँ, दंडवत पूरा करके प्रभुपाद जी के सामने पहले गुरु महाराज का पूरा प्रणाम मंत्र बोलिए और फिर प्रभुपाद जी का प्रणाम मंत्र बोलिए, उसके बाद उठिए. ठीक है? ओके, क्लियर?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा, बोलिए.
प्रभु जी, हमारे सेंटर में जैसे यहाँ पे प्रभुपाद जी लेफ्ट साइड में है, लेकिन यहाँ पे सेंटर में गरुड़ जी नहीं है, तो हम कैसे प्रणाम करें प्रभु जी?
प्रभुपाद जी लेफ्ट साइड में है?
हाँ, मतलब डेटी के लेफ्ट साइड में है, प्रणाम जिस साइड से करते हैं उस साइड में है.
हाँ तो ठीक है. आप तो अगर आप लेफ्ट साइड से करेंगे तो प्रभुपाद जी को पैर आएगा क्या?
हाँ मतलब नहीं, मतलब उनके सामने करेंगे तो आएगा, नहीं तो दूसरे साइड से करेंगे तो नहीं आएगा।
हाँ तो बस फिर आपको देखिए प्रिंसिपल याद रखना है कि किसी भी, या तो गरुड़ जी के तरफ या प्रभुपाद जी की तरफ पैर नहीं होना चाहिए।
हाँ
ठीक है,
ठीक है प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
लेकिन ये ठीक नहीं है, उनको पोजीशन ठीक करनी चाहिए। मैंने आपको बताया, अपना एग्जाम्पल से बताया ना।
प्रभु जी सब लोग यहाँ से लेफ्ट साइड में करते हैं तो बहुत सारे लोगों का फीट उस तरफ होता है। कल मेरे बेटे ने पूछा भी प्रभु जी से कि वहां पे प्रभु मैंने इसको बताया था तो ये पूछा प्रभु जी से कि वो पैर लग रहा है, तो बोले कि कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बोले वो प्रभु जी।
नहीं, अभी आपके सामने मैंने बता दिया ना।
हाँ प्रभु जी।
हाँ ये गलत बात है, ये तो मैं शास्त्र से बता रहा हूँ, अपने आप तो हम डिसाइड ही नहीं कर सकते।
हाँ प्रभु जी।
ये 64 आइटम्स ऑफ वर्शिप है, ऑफ उपचारास। हाँ ये मैनुअल है डेटी वर्शिप का, उसमें से लिया है मैंने। ऑफरिंग प्रणाम्स, अष्टांग प्रणाम एंड पंचांग प्रणाम। एनीवे आप बचिए, कोई स्वीकार करे ना स्वीकार करे उसके ऊपर है। हाँ लेकिन एटलीस्ट आप अपराध से बचिए, आप उससे हाँ सावधान रहिए।
तो प्रभु जी वहां उस सेंटर में हम लोग सीधे प्रणाम कर सकते हैं ना, क्योंकि गरुड़ जी नहीं है पीछे वहां पे।
कर लीजिए, लेकिन इस्कॉन में आने वाले डिवोटीज की आदत हो गई है, वो सब लेफ्ट साइड से ही प्रणाम करते हैं। जैसे ही आप करोगे तो आपको सब लोग टोकेंगे।
हाँ वो टोक रहे हैं हाँ।
लेकिन प्रभुपाद जी की तरफ पैर रख के प्रणाम करना ठीक नहीं है, गलत है। अभी आपके सामने बोल दिया,
हाँ प्रभु जी।
वो तो गलत है, उसको तो आप किसी भी हाल में उसको आप अवॉइड करिए। हाँ दयाशील प्रभु बोलिए।
प्रभु जी, जय विजय जी को उनको दंडवत करना चाहिए या मतलब ये पंचांग प्रणाम प्रभु जी?
पांचांग प्रणाम कर सकते हैं, हमारे हार्ट में उनके लिए रिस्पेक्ट है नहीं ना। दंडवत प्रणाम तो हम उनको शायद कर पाए, बड़ी मुश्किल से, अपनी इस भयंकर फॉल्स ईगो को लेके, जिनके प्रति हमारे हृदय में थोड़ा विशेष श्रद्धा होगा। जैसे भगवान को कर सकते हैं, चलो कर देते हैं, क्या याद रखेंगे। पंचांग की जगह अष्टांग कर देते हैं, या गुरु महाराज को कर देते हैं। बाकी किसी को हम कहाँ करने वाले, हम नहीं कर दिखावटी, किसी को शो के लिए कर दे। अंदर से कुछ अष्टांग अष्टांग नहीं है, अंदर से तो हाँ वो अष्ट फन वाला है, जानते हैं ना, अष्ट फन वाला कालिया। लेकिन बहुत विशेष है, प्रणाम करें। हमने पिछली बार भी डिस्कस किया था, जितनी बार करें उतना हमारे लिए फायदा है, और जितना हम अवॉइड करेंगे और कम करेंगे उतना हम फंसे रहेंगे, आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे। ओके, लेट अस नाउ मूव फॉरवर्ड। ऑफरिंग ओबेसेंसेस हो गया था। नाउ मेडिटेटिंग अपॉन द डीटी। आफ्टर ऑफरिंग ओबेसेंसेस टू द डीटीज, डबल पेज क्यों आ रहा है? ओके, after offering obeisances to the deity, one should take darshan with great devotion and beg for their mercy. This is how we take darshan. What should be our internal mood, our consciousness? How we should take darshan? With devotion and begging for their mercy. One should not, however, immediately look upon the deities full in the face. Normally यही हम करते हैं, क्योंकि we are addicted. तो कोई बात नहीं, हमारा जो ध्यान है या हमारा जो साइट है वो डायरेक्टली डीटीज के फेस की तरफ जाता है, तो फिर हमें क्या करना चाहिए? वी शुड ट्राई टू ड्रैग आवर विजन फ्रॉम द फेस टू द फीट. The proper manner in which one should take darshan of the Lord is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 2nd chapter, 13th verse. The process of meditation should begin from lotus feet of the Lord. Why lotus feet? Why not face? Can anyone answer? क्यों बोला जा रहा है कि भगवान के चरण से शुरू करिए, उनके मुखारविंद पे मत भागिए? And progress to his smiling face. Why only begin with feet, not with face? बोलो. Pradeep Prabhu, you will always remain silent, or you will participate? Speak. Yeah, I'm asking you. Are you able to hear?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Why we are being advised or recommended that we should begin the darshan from feet, not from the face?
Yes, Prabhuji. That we are the servant of the Lord.
Okay, good attempt. So, servant cannot see the face of the master or what? Okay, Dayashil bro.
That service attitude, Prabhuji, service attitude. The attitude of servant is servant.
That is the same thing what he said. Why from the feet? And why not from the face? Because the sambandha is established from the feet, not from the face. Face is the prayojan. If there is no sambandha, how can we go to prayojan? That is why the sambandha deity is which deity? Bolo? Yes, Ramya. Ramya Madhuri Mataji.
Prabhuji, Radha Govind Dev ji.
No. Radha Govind.
Prabhuji, may I?
हाँ बोलिए.
Prabhuji, Shri Madan Mohan ji.
Madan Mohan ji. And Madan Mohan ji's feet resemble Krishna. His lotus feet. And one more important aspect. Where do you offer flowers? At the feet or at the face? भगवान के मुख पे फ्लावर चढ़ाते हैं क्या? फीट पे. तुलसी कहाँ चढ़ाते हैं? फीट पे. भगवान के चरण में. So very important. We should try to take darshan as it is recommended by Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Not whimsically. जैसा हमारा मन चाहता है वैसे नहीं. तो वो दर्शन होगा ही नहीं. भगवान में आकर्षण जगेगा ही नहीं. The meditation should be concentrated upon the lotus feet, then the calves. जो पैर का हिस्सा होता है घुटने के नीचे उसको calves कहते हैं. Then the thighs, and in this way higher and higher. The more the mind becomes fixed on different parts of the limbs, one after another, the more the intelligence becomes purified. Very important. Very powerful process of taking darshan of the Supreme Lord. Bhavato darshanam yatsa apunarbhava darshanam. Very beautiful prayers of Srimati Kunti Devi. She says, Viputa santuta shashvat tatra tatra jagatpate bhavato darshanam yatsyat apunarbhava darshanam. That if we can have your darshan, this is the process of taking darshan, then there is no rebirth. Bhavato darshanam yatsat apunarbhava darshanam. Then there is no repetition of birth, death. One can cross beyond. So very important, as we are being recommended. So from henceforth, whenever we are taking darshan of the Lord, even when you are in your own personal deity room, in your house. So please practice. Srila Prabhupada explained in his purport that such meditation will help one get detached from sense gratification. What are the advantages? First, intelligence becomes purified. Because the intelligence gets purified, one can become detached from sense. When the intelligence is impure, when the intelligence is lusty, then there is no question of detachment. Then there is no question of giving up sense gratification. Then more and more one will be absorbed in sense gratification. The mood of a devotee taking darshan is, Sir, I am your eternal servant. This should be the prayer, the mood. Please let me know how can I serve you. Very beautiful. This is what is the prayer of Sripad Madhavendra Puri. Kim Karomi. Please guide me. How can I serve you? My dear sir, I am your eternal servant. Please tell me, how can I serve you? Very beautiful. The function of the big deities in the temple are for giving darshan. So there are two sets of deity. One is the darshan vigraha and the other is the utsav vigraha. समझ में आया? जो बड़े deities हैं, they are the darshan vigraha. So they don't move, they remain there. The function of the big deities in the temple is for giving darshan and usually are the Aṣṭāṅga of the Sampradaya. So it is quite natural and respectful to see them first. So that the Aṣṭāṅga, they should be given full respects. Why it is not coming? Okay. There are also other considerations, as if there are 3 altars, like the Krishna Balram Mandir in Vrindavan, or Shri, let's say Radha Parsarthi Mandir at Delhi. Srila Prabhupada would pay first obeisances to Gaur-Nitai altar, then go to Krishna Balram altar, and then to Shri Radha Shyama Sundar. So that is how we proceed. Now we have 4 altars. When you come, we have Lakshmi Narsimdev also. So how you will proceed? First you will take darshan of Srila Prabhupada, then you come to Lord Narsimdev, and then to Gaur-Nitai, then to Radha Parsarthi, and then to Sitaram. Also the devotee may like to see his Guru first, but his guru's picture may not be present, then take darshan in the ascending order to Krishna. So we should take darshan of Guru when we are offering obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. While taking darshan, one may stand at the side so that darshan is not obstructed from the devotees who are sitting. This is very important. That we should not try to disturb others when we are taking darshan. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम आ गए तो बस अब हम जैसे मर्जी चाहे करेंगे, नहीं. Those devotees who are already in the temple, those who are already taking darshan, so you should try to offer your obeisances and take darshan in such a way so that they are not obstructed or disturbed. Very important. So this must be observed. We should not try to block anyone else. The darshan should begin as we face the deities from the left-hand corner and move progressively deity by deity to the right-hand corner. That is what we have discussed. In Radha Gopinath Mandir, this would mean beginning the darshan from Guru Parampara, then Lord Nityananda, and ending with Sri Gopal. Now, when you have entered into the temple, when you have taken darshan, and then what is the next is you have to sit in the temple. When you are to sit in the temple, either to hear lecture or even to take darshan, so what is the right way? Or if you have to chant, so what is the right way of sitting in the temple hall? There are several regulations regarding one's sitting posture in the temple. While sitting, one should not expose one's feet to the deities or point them to the spiritual master, Tulsi Devi, etc. The feet should always be covered. This is a must. You should never ever show your feet neither to the deities nor to the devotees. It is an offense. You see both positions? Can you see the picture? Bolo, ha na?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you can see that no portion of feet is being seen. One should, as far as possible, avoid sitting with one's back to the deities or to the Vyasasana. This is also there. We should not show our back to the deities. However, the layout of the temple may sometimes restrict us in following this principle. One should not spread one's leg before the deities. So legs, feet should always be covered. This is golden rule. One should not sit before the deities holding one's ankle, elbows or knees. Yeah, I don't know whether you are able to see this or not.
No, Prabhuji, no screen sharing.
1 minute, 1 minute. अभी दिख रहा है?
Yes, Prabhuji.
One should not sit before the deities holding one's ankle. कई बार लोग बैठते हैं ना ऐसे, देख रहे हैं? वो अपने फीट को अलग अलग एरिया में टच कर रहे हैं. And one should not fall asleep while sitting before the deities. Temple hall में one should not sleep at all. Even कई बार बच्चे सो जाते हैं तो उनको बाहर ले जाइए. अगर आप नहीं कर रहे हैं तो आप निश्चित रूप से अपराध कर रहे हैं, सेवा अपराध कर रहे हैं. So first is entering the temple hall in a humble mood, in a prayerful mood, begging mercy, then prostrating offering obeisances and prayers. And then we also saw how we should sit. We should always cover our feet and not touch our feet or not expose our feet to anyone. Now, while we are in the temple hall, sometimes we have to talk. So what should be the etiquette? In front of the deities, one should not talk loudly. This is one. If there is very much necessity to speak, speak softly and speak minimum. Second, of course, one should not quarrel. There should not be any contest or fight. One should not chastise anyone. This is also important. One should avoid to speak harshly to others or speak angrily. Also, one should not praise anyone else. One should not speak ill names, criticize the demigods. So we should always be conscious that the Supreme Lord is there. He is present there. We are in the abode of the Supreme Lord. The Lord is personally present there. If the Prime Minister comes in your house, what you will do? Will you shout to anyone else? Will you misbehave with anyone else? How will you show yourself? How will you conduct yourself? You will conduct yourself as if you are very gentle. But now we are not that the Prime Minister is coming. The Prime Minister can come and go. But this is the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead where you are. So there this must be observed very strictly. Important is one should not indulge in prajalpa or mundane talk. भगवान के मंदिर में आने के बाद you should not be in the consciousness of that you are in the material world. So there should be minimum talk, and talk will be only where there is glorification of the Supreme Lord. One should not speak a lie. Talk nearby devotees who are chanting the holy name. We should not disturb anyone. One may speak in front of the deities to guests and devotees if it helps in preaching or enhancing their Krishna consciousness. But all other talks should be conducted outside the temple hall. This is the golden rule. We should only open our mouth if it helps in preaching or it helps in enhancing our Krishna consciousness or others' Krishna consciousness to whom we are speaking. So very important. I will stop here. I don't want to go ahead. But this etiquette is not being followed. As we become familiar, if we come, often to the temple, then we do not treat the temple hall as the abode of the Supreme Lord. We treat it as a normal place. And then what happens? That we commit offense. And what is the reason of offense? Then we will not find the deity attractive. Or we will not be able to take proper darshan of the Lord. So these are the etiquette, these are the observation while we are entering. So two important aspects we discussed today is in what mood we should be offering obeisances, how we should be taking darshans, beginning from the feet, and with meditation on different parts of the limbs of the Lord. What it will do? It will purify our intelligence, and the sense gratificatory desires will be diminished. And then we also discussed, after taking obeisances, how we should sit. The prime aspect in sitting is that we should not expose our feet. We should keep our feet covered, and we should not disturb or obstruct any other devotee who is in the temple hall. Okay. And also very important is, while we are in the temple hall, we should try to speak minimum. We should only speak if there is some very urgent service or preach, or it will help my Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, we should not speak. And prajalpa should be strictly avoided. No prajalpa. No mundane talk. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Any discussion or any clarification, question, you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
The Utsav deities are for the Chota deities, right?
Yeah. That deities which go out for festivals, for yatra, that is the Utsav deity. That is called the Utsav Vigraha. And the bigger deities are the Darshan Vigraha. They remain fixed. Yes, Darshan bro.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna, बोलिए।
प्रभु जी, हमें जब हम तिरुपति बालाजी के सामने ओबेसन्स करने जाते हैं तो कौन सा प्रणाम मंत्र बोलना चाहिए?
हाँ, तिरुपति बालाजी का प्रणाम मंत्र है। हम तिरुपति बालाजी गए थे तो हमने याद करने का प्रयास किया था। मैं आपको ढूंढ के भेज दूंगा। अगर और कुछ नहीं आता है तो हम सब जगह हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र जरूर बोल सकते हैं, उसमें सब कुछ इंक्लूडेड है। लेकिन नरसिंह देव के सामने आएंगे तो हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र बोलने से काम नहीं चलेगा। हाँ, आपको तो आता है नरसिंह देव का प्रणाम मंत्र, बाकी सबको सीख लेना चाहिए। एक और बहुत सिंपल प्रणाम मंत्र है, उग्रम वीरम महाविष्णु ज्वलंतम सर्वतोमुखम नरसिंहम भीषणम भद्रम मृत्योर नमाम्यहम्। और फिर उसके बाद तब कर कमल वरे नाखाम अद्भुत श्रृंग। अभी हमारे मंदिर में आप लोग जल्दी आइए किसी दिन, देखिए 7 बजे नरसिंह देव का दर्शन खुलता है, बिल्कुल मायापुर लगता है। और बिल्कुल उसी प्रकार से नरसिंह देव का स्तुति करते हैं जैसे मायापुर में होता है। 7 o'clock नरसिंह देव का दर्शन, 7:50 डीटीज का दर्शन, फिर 7:30 गुरु पूजा और 7:40 से कीर्तन। तो ये अष्टांग प्रणाम का एक अंग है। दिस इज वन इम्पोर्टेंट इंटेग्रल लिम्ब that we must offer proper pranam mantra as prayers. नहीं तो अष्टांग प्रणाम है नहीं। बोलिए दर्शन ब्रो।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी, जब हम लोग टेंपल में एंटर करते हैं तो आवर स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर वी शुड offer prayer to spiritual master, then Srila Prabhupada, then we should also pay obeisances to the other devotees also before the deities, other devotees, senior devotees, superior devotees.
आप थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हैं, क्लियर रखिए। आप जब टेंपल हॉल में टेंपल में आते हैं सबसे पहले बाहर गरुड़ जी को प्रणाम करते हैं, फिर जय विजय को प्रणाम करते हैं, और फिर आप बेल बजाते हैं या नॉक करते हैं, अंदर एंटर करते हैं। और जैसे ही एंटर करते हैं तो सबको सबसे पहले प्रणाम तो कर रहे हैं ना, तो फिर आप कैसे छूट गए? तो किसको प्रणाम कर रहे हैं आप? टेंपल हॉल की एंट्री पे किसको प्रणाम कर रहे हैं?
ऑल द वैष्णवस प्रभु जी।
फिर आपके क्वेश्चन का मतलब क्या है? फिर उसके बाद आप प्रभुपाद जी के सामने जाते हैं, अगर आपको आपके स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर मिल जाते हैं, आपको दिख जाते हैं, तो पहले आप उनको प्रणाम करेंगे। और नॉर्मली वो नहीं है तो प्रभुपाद जी के सामने आप प्रणाम करेंगे और स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर का प्रणाम मंत्र बोलेंगे, श्रील प्रभुपाद जी का बोलेंगे। फिर अगर आपसे कोई डिवोटी कनेक्टेड है, सीनियर डिवोटी जो आपके गाइड हैं, जो आपको हेल्प कर रहे हैं, आपको इंस्पायर कर रहे हैं, तो उनके लिए भी आप अलग से प्रणाम कर सकते हैं। उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आप जितनी बार भी प्रणाम करें अच्छा है। लेकिन नॉर्मल इन जनरल सबको आपने पहले ही प्रणाम कर लिया है। लेकिन जिनके साथ आपका रिलेशन है, जिनके साथ आपका कनेक्शन है, जिनको आप जानते हैं, या कोई सीनियर आपके सामने आ गया तो आप प्रणाम कर सकते हैं, लेकिन आपका सीक्वेंस सेम रहेगा। हम पहले ही वैष्णव को प्रणाम करते हैं। ये अच्छा है, जैसे हम सीख रहे हैं कि जितनी बार भी प्रणाम करेंगे उसमें हमारा ही फायदा है। क्यों? क्योंकि प्रणाम करने से हमारे अंदर ह्यूमिलिटी आती है, और जब भी हम प्रणाम करेंगे तो जिन डिवोटीज को प्रणाम करेंगे उनकी वी विल रिसीव मर्सी ब्लेसिंग्स आल्सो। ओके,
थैंक यू प्रभुजी।
हरे कृष्णा। Okay, I'll stop here. Tomorrow I won't be able to take class, yeah, because there is some engagement. But day after tomorrow is Saturday, so there will be regular spiritual scientist class. And Sunday is a day for all of you to preach. So you should have your own preaching programs or your schedules. And Krishna willing, we will see from Monday I have my classes. I have to attend every day 2 classes. So we will see how it progresses. But I am very inspired by Dayashil Prabhu that in case I am not taking class, he is very, very fixed in hearing. And believe me, it is only that how we can know we are advancing in bhakti, that for hearing, our determination and taste is increasing. If we are, disappearing from hearing, then we are gliding down. We may be thinking whatever. So I have so many times said, if you don't eat, if you don't sleep, nothing will, matter much. But if you don't hear, then the consciousness remains contaminated. It remains polluted. So very important, even if you hear for half an hour, that is okay with me. But at least that should be there. Any day if I don't hear, I feel empty. Somehow I try to hear. If it is very, very tight in my service, then while taking prasad or doing something else, but we should try to connect. And the very powerful means of connection, of elevating our consciousness, is through the process of hearing. So at least those who are initiated must follow. Chanting, hearing, both are important. Thank you very much. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Vaishnava Satachar ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Gaur, Hare Krishna.